Rambam. We continue with the laws of marriage. And these laws are very technical. We're in chapter 8. When a man tells a woman, "Behold, you are consecrated to me with this cup of wine." So it's very detailed over here on what constitutes, and just to back up for a moment, for consecration to take place, betrothal, which is the first step of marriage where you become bonded to each other. You're not living yet together, right? That's that's nisuyin, second part of marriage. But today we do both at the same time, but the concept is separate. So betrothal, that you are now not merely engaged, but you can't have relations with another. You can't. You're consecrated. So he says, and it has to be it's transactional. And the man is getting that which is missing of him, the side that was taken to make Eve. He's getting it back now. So in halachic terminology, it's transactional. He has to give something to get something. So he has to give something of value. So he's giving a cup of wine, right? And the cup is discovered to have honey in it. She's not consecrated. Similarly, if he tells her, "Behold, you're consecrated with a cup of honey," and it was discovered a cup of wine. But this dinner of silver, and it's discovered to be gold. But this dinner of gold is discovered to be silver, on a condition that I'm a Kohen, and it's discovered he's a Levite. On condition that he's a Levite, and it was discovered he's a Kohen. On condition that I'm a Gibeonite, and it's discovered he's a bastard. On condition he's a bastard, and it's discovered he's a Gibeonite. On condition he was an inhabitant of a town, and was discovered to be an inhabitant of a metropolis. On condition he was an inhabitant of a metropolis, and discovered he's an inhabitant of a town. On condition that I am poor, and it's discovered he's rich. Whoa. I said, what do you mean? Some of these things sounds like, wouldn't you rather have it? Well, let's continue. On condition, discovered he's poor. On condition that my house is close to the bathhouse, and it's discovered it's distant. On condition that my house is distant from the bathhouse, and distant it's close. On condition that I have a maid, a daughter who knows how to braid hair, or who bakes, and discovered does not have one. On condition he does not have one of the above, and it's because if he does. On condition he does that he has a wife and children, and it's discovered that he does not. Remember, biblically, you can marry more than one woman, right? Today you can't do that, but on condition that he does not have the above, and it's discovered he does. On condition that any of the similar circumstances, the woman is not consecrated. Similar price on condition based on false information. In other words, the point is, even though it might be better to have gold than silver, that's not the point. You weren't honest. It wasn't honest. It wasn't what was said. Right? And that lack. Let's see some of the commentaries here for a second. In other words, the point is over here. You made a stipulation, right? I'm marrying you on on this condition, but that condition wasn't there, so the stipulation wasn't met. Therefore, you're not married. I'd rather have the gold than the silver. In other words, but that's not the point. The point is the stipulation wasn't met, and it could be that some people maybe they want silver more than the gold for whatever reason. Doesn't matter. Okay. And all the above instances, she is not consecrated, even though she says, "In my heart, I was willing to be consecrated to him, even if he deceived me and gave me the wrong information." even if she says that, right? So if she gave him false information, she is not consecrated, even though he says, in my heart I was willing to consecrate her, even if she deceived me. The rationales and feelings in the heart are not the same as an explicit statement. Feelings are feelings. Wow, it's interesting. Just watched a video on feelings. And others, we don't base our life on feelings, even though modern psychology will tell you, yes, everything is feelings. It's all based on feelings. No, feelings are not a fact. They're just your feelings. And you're saying that now, maybe that wasn't your feeling exactly when you were consecrated, right? It wasn't explicit. Second. Okay. When a man tells a woman, behold, you are consecrated to me on the condition that I am a perfumer. Has discovered he's both a perfumer and a leather craftsman. On the condition that I am an inhabitant of a town, he's discovered he's an inhabitant of both a town and a metropolis. On the condition that my name is Yosef, and was discovered his name is Yosef and Shimon. She's consecrated. There's an addition, but right? If I were told her, behold, I'm consecrated to you on the condition, my name is only Yosef, and it was discovered his name is Yosef and Shimon. It's discovered that I'm only a perfumer. It's discovered he's a perfumer and a leather capsule. On the condition I'm solely an inhabitant of a town, and it's discovered he's an inhabitant of both the town and metropolis. She's not consecrated because that stipulation was not correct. When a man tells a woman, behold, you are consecrated to me on condition that I know how to read for the stipulation to be fulfilled. What does it mean to read? Right? To know how to read the Torah and translate it, and he reads according to the translation of Onkelos, the convert. Oh, which we just learned about. So that means what read means to read it and to be able to translate it. Onkelos, right? I mean, reads means not that you can just read the words, but you understand the words, right? That's what. If he tells her on condition that I am a reader, you must know how to read the Torah, the works of the prophets, and their holy writings, and the proper grammatical precision. If he tells her on condition that I know how to study Mishnah, you must know how to read the Mishnah. On condition that I am a sage of the Mishnah, you must know how to read the Mishnah, the Sifra, and the Sifri, and the Tosefta of Reb Chia. It's more than just the Mishnah teachings itself, but the commentary. When a man tells a woman, behold, you are consecrating me on condition that I am a student of the Torah, we do not say that he must be a student of the caliber of the Ben Azai or Ben Zoyma. Instead, it must be sufficient that one asks him a question regarding his studies, he's able to answer. This includes even the laws of festivals that are studied in public. These are easy matters that are studied close to the festivals so that people at large will be familiar with them, right? Basic stuff. And tell us, a woman, behold, you consecrated to me on condition I'm a wise man. We do not say that he must be like Rabbi Akiva and his colleagues. Instead, whose vision, when he asks him the point of logic in regard to any subject, he is able to answer. On condition that I am mighty, we do not say that he must be like Abdul bin Nero, Yoya. Excuse me. Summer allergies. I mean, spring, not summer yet. Rather, it's sufficient the colleagues that fear him because of his might. On condition that I am rich, we not see it as being wealthy, loves him in Azariah. Rather, it's sufficient being inhabitants of the city, honor him because of his wealth. When a person tells a woman, behold, I'm consecrated to me on condition that I'm righteous. Interesting law here. Even a person is known to be thoroughly wicked. There's a doubt with regarding the status of Kiddushin, and the woman's considered to be as consecrated. if it is possible that he had thought, it's possible he had thoughts of repentance in his heart at that time. Wow. In other words, a person might have done tshuva at that moment, even though before that, maybe he wasn't, wasn't observant. Since righteousness, he could have done complete tshuva, and therefore, um, she has a status of kiddushin, but I think I don't. It's out of doubt. Yeah, I don't would say in Hebrew it says suffix, meaning it's it's doubtful. Oh no, there is a doubt whether I'm sorry, I didn't read. You said I don't know how to read. There is a doubt regarding the status of kiddushin, right? So because maybe he did tshuva, which is amazing. Rebbe quotes this often on a person. Just a minute ago, you know, acting in a wicked way, but you can do in a moment's time complete tshuva. On condition that I'm wicked, even if a person is known to be thoroughly righteous. There's a doubt regarding the status of Kiddushin, and the woman is considered as consecrated, since it is possible that he had thoughts of idol worship in his heart at that time. Yeah, maybe he thought that. That's wicked. For the sin of idol worship is so great that even a person thinks of serving idols in his heart, he is considered wicked, as implied by the verse, lest your hearts be tempted and you go astray, serve other gods. It says in Ezekiel, it states that I may detect the house of Israel in their hearts, that they are estranged from me because of their idols. When a man consecrates a woman and says, I thought that she was from the priestly family, and instead she's from the family of Levites, from the family of Levites. Instead, she's from the priestly family, poor. Says she's rich, rich, and says she's poor. She's consecrated, for she did not cause him to err. He thought. She didn't say it was a condition, right? He thought that. Okay. No, that's your mistake. Similarly, if he says, I thought he was, she says, sorry, I thought he was a priest and said he's a Levite, Levite, and said he's a priest, poor and said he's rich, rich, and said he's poor, she is consecrated for he did not cause her to err. In other words, you made the mistake, right? Not that it was on condition made by the man. When a man consecrates two women, whom he is forbidden to marry at the same time because creates a prohibited relation, neither is consecrated. What's implied? When a man consecrates a woman and her daughter, or two sisters at the same time, neither of them are consecrated because at the same time, it was one after the other. That's different, right? All right, folks, we will see you, God willing, tonight. All right, thank you.